Coming up next, I'm going to share with you the number one habit for getting everything that you want. And then we're going to talk about unvaccinated workers who are willing to quit instead of get the jab. And then Work Fail Fridays and your calls, and it starts now. Welcome to the Ken Coleman Show. I'm coming to you live from our Ramsey Solutions studios in Nashville. And you've joined a conversation about you. Specifically, what you were born to do. And we're going to look at this purpose, what you were born to do from a professional standpoint, professional purpose, because you can't separate professional purpose from you individually. You just can't. Now, I'm not saying that your entire identity is based on your job and what you do. What I'm saying is that you were created to contribute through your work. You were given talent, things you do well. You were given a sense of passion, true passion, things that you love to do. And then you certainly were given mission, this desire to contribute to make the world a better place. Nobody can argue that. So when you wrestle at night, as every human does at some point, what should I do with my life? There is professional purpose there, and that's what the Ken Coleman Show focuses on. I want to help you, very simply, have a bigger paycheck, but also have tremendous purpose in your work. Money and meaning, income and impact. That's what we're about here. Because I'm going to tell you that the data shows that a man or a woman who has purpose in their work and is on purpose and knows the role that they're supposed to fill and they're filling it, it has unbelievable positive effects on their personal life. And the converse is true. A miserable man or woman who's miserable at work and feels as though their work doesn't matter, and then they begin to believe that they don't matter. We're talking about a dangerous, slippery slope here. So this conversation matters. Welcome aboard. It is a caller-generated show. That means I'm here to take your calls. I'm part counselor, coach, and cheerleader, all in one call. You can trust me. You can change your name, your location. Due to the sensitivity of these calls, we do that every day. We want you to feel safe so that you can get some practical and tactical steps that can change your life. 844-747-2577. That's the number, 844-747-2577. All right, I'm going to teach for just a moment on one of the most powerful principles that I have ever learned. And I didn't just learn it, I have sought to practice it to the best of my ability. I was 17 years of age, and I was packing up my room, Joe, going to college. I didn't have a lot of stuff, but I had a box in the middle of my room. And I was putting stuff in it, stuff that I'd take to the dorm room. And I went over to this bookshelf that was in my room. It wasn't a big bookshelf. It was an antique bookshelf. And I started going through the books. I want to take this book. I'm going to throw this book out. We all do this kind of stuff. And I came up on a little quote book, a little rectangle, probably 3 by 4, 3 by 5, about that size. And I realized that I had been given this as a graduation gift from the teachers at my school. And all the seniors had gotten it. I had forgotten about it 3 months before, put it on the shelf. And I'm looking at it, and I hadn't looked at it before, and they wrote a nice note inside, all the teachers, and so I'm looking at it. So I began to flip through it. And I don't know if you've ever flipped through one of those little quote books before, but you can imagine me just kind of almost shuffling my thumb through it. And for whatever reason, it stopped on one page, and on that page was this quote from Zig Ziglar. You can have everything in life you want if you will help other people get what they want. You will have everything you want in life if you'll help other people get what they want. I'm 17, about to be 18, packing up to go to college for the first time. I don't know anything about life. For whatever reason, in my vast immaturity, that quote jumped out at me and almost grabbed me by the shoulders. I paused. I read it again, and I pondered it, and it stuck. Now, I do it way better at 47 than I did at 17, but it has become a lifelong principle for me. And Zig is absolutely right. It is essentially the law of reciprocity. Now, that's a really fun word to say. I love big words. That's probably a 75-cent word. It just means the idea of reciprocation. I do something good, it comes back to me. Not a new concept. If I find my unique role, professionally and relationally, and I help others along my journey, I help others get what they desire, turns out I'll get what I desire. And the reason I'm starting off today's show with that is because sometimes we overthink success and we overthink progress. We get all these strategies. Am I connecting with this person? Did I do my resume template the right way? Do I need to take this class? Do I need this qualification? Should I go this path professionally? Should I go that path professionally? And all of those questions are well and good. But at the core of progress and success and being who you were created to be, before you get all those specific answers, and you need all of those specific answers. And I teach the 7 stages. Get clear, get qualified, get connected, get started, get promoted, get the dream job, give yourself away. That's my methodology right there. 7 stages. If you act on those 7 stages and you follow that clear path that I have followed, and so have many others, you will be who God created you to be. You will do what he created you to do. You will live a life of significance. You will have the income and the impact. You will, in your old age, look back on your life and reminisce, not regret. But all that can be simplified to, if I could just give you one message that I think would guarantee that you would be the best version of who you were created to be, it would be what Zig has said. Because what he is simply saying is, if you just look, get your eyes up, open your heart, look for opportunities to contribute to this world by helping others. You figure out who those others are, and you help them, and you help them well, and watch what happens to your life. Watch what happens. Abundance. And so that simple message right there is as powerful of a message as I have ever heard or ever received. And on days, I'm going to be really vulnerable for a second. Because I think Alex, I think Joe, I think Nathan, I think Amanda, I think people see folks like me who are very privileged and very blessed to have a public platform. And I think some people, maybe a lot of people, see folks like me and they go, it's all going great for Coleman. Must be nice, whatever. You just assume. But can I tell you that I long for results just like you long for results? I struggle with comparison just like you struggle with comparison. I deal with doubt just like you do. I have fears too. See, because I don't sit here today talking to you as a guy who's done, who's arrived, and I'm just on cruise control. Anybody that works with me can tell you that that is absolutely not the case. And so as a result of me still wanting to do more and be the best version that I can be, I struggle with those things too. And the reason I share this simple message with you is because when I start to get focused on my fear and I start to get focused on my doubt, or I start comparing myself to somebody else, or I get impatient, or all the things, you know what I have to do? I got to return to this message that blew my mind as a 17-year-old, and I go, Coleman, just help other people. Help other people. And you know what it does? It just quiets my head. It strengthens my heart. And I keep going. So I share that with you today as a bedrock principle that I return to over and over and over again. And I hope you adopt it today. I hope you receive that. I hope you adopt it. And I hope you believe it, because I'm telling you, it's true. 844-747-2577 is the phone number to jump in. 844-747-2577. We got a lot to get to today. It's going to be a really fun show. Oh, we're going to have some fun today, and it starts with Brandi in Wilmington, Delaware. Brandi, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Brandi, I'm living the dream. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm feeling so grateful to have been able to connect with you today. So thanks for your time.
Well, I'm grateful to get to coach you. Like, you're the reason I got out of bed this morning. Are you aware of this? It's true.
That's a good reminder.
Let's go. All right. What are we talking about?
So I am feeling very lost and confused about what to do with my career and my job currently. I'm just feeling really unfulfilled, and I am feeling like I don't fit in there. And I just I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. It's like a safe career. I've been working there for 4 years, and I make good money. I didn't finish school, so to be able to be in the position that I am in with the amount of money that I make is hard to think about letting go.
Okay.
And I just I'm not sure what direction to move towards or other career opportunities that I would like.
Yeah. Okay. So there's two themes I just heard in that. And thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for trusting me and calling me. I'm really excited because I think you're so close you don't even realize it. But there's two themes I just heard. I think you have a tremendous amount of scarcity and doubt that's bouncing around inside your head and heart. And where I heard that is when you said, I don't have a degree. I didn't finish a degree. So the way you talked about yourself, I didn't like it. I don't like the way you're talking about my friend Brandi, because you're kind of going, Brandi's kind of a little bit of a loser. She's kind of a bit of an outcast because she didn't get her degree, and she just kind of lucked into this job where she makes really good money, and she'd be an idiot. She kind of is a little silly for thinking that maybe there's something else out there. How close am I right there as to the narrative that you've been kind of sharing with yourself?
Very close, and I think hearing it in that way really helped me realize how I am talking about myself.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of garbage.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm a little offended. You know why I'm offended, Brandi?
Why?
Because I don't have my college degree either. So when you talk about yourself that way, I feel like you're talking about me that way, and I don't like it. I may hang up on you right now. I'm just kidding.
Please don't.
You know I'm not. I'm being silly. I'm being silly because I need to shake you from this nonsense.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. And I think that scarcity mindset is not allowing you to truly dream, because the second theme I heard is uncertainty, because you said, I'm not sure. And if I'm right, you have some ideas, but that scarcity and doubt and kind of this, I'm not worth a whole lot, is stopping you from truly exploring and dreaming. Am I right about that too?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it when I'm right, because I'm rarely right. I have 3 teenagers, so the amount of times I'm right at home is, even if I'm right, they don't think I'm right. So I get a little excited every once in a while when I'm right, folks. Okay, just shut up. All right, just let me give some affirmation to myself. All right, I'm kidding. I knew I was right because I've talked to a lot of people who have the same feeling about themselves. So now I've kind of put you in a corner, but it's a good corner. So now you kind of got to tell me what you've really been thinking about, but you've been holding yourself back. What are these things, or one thing, or one path, 2 paths? What are you unsure about? Go ahead and tell me.
So I really love yoga, and I'm actually taking my 200-hour yoga teacher training right now.
Okay.
And I feel really passionate about that.
Great.
And then the second path that I'm really interested in is psychology and therapy. That's played a big role in my life, and I feel like I would love to do that for other people. Okay,
great. Great. What if I told you I think you could do both? What would you say? I'm serious.
I think I would just question the path to get there and the financing to be able to do that.
Okay, great, but that's doubtful, Brandi, and I've already told you what I think about doubtful, Brandi. I'm going to ask you the question again. I'm going to tell you how to get there. We're going to come up with a plan right now. I just want to know, I think you can do both. Maybe you can't, but I think you can. We'll get to that in a second. But if I told you, guaranteed you that you could do both, how would that make you feel, Brandi?
So excited.
All right, good. Now we can go forward. Okay, so how much money do you make right now in your job?
So right now my base is 45, and then I get like a commission every month. So last year I made about 72, and I feel like I'll make over that this year.
Okay, great. So here's where we start. Okay, so we start by writing down 72. Let's say this year, I'm just going to make this up for our conversation. You can fill in the blanks later, but let's say this year you're going to make 80. Okay, and so we write down 72-80. That's the range that we need to replace. True or false?
True.
So practically we're going, okay, none of this requires Brandi to make a jump off of a bridge and do something stupid financially. So can I just tell you on the outset, I'm not going to recommend you do that. How does that feel?
Yeah. That feels good because I don't want to make a stupid decision.
Because you're not. You're not going to.
Yeah.
I don't think you're capable of doing that, but I'm certainly not going to recommend that. So there is no stupid, risky decision in this conversation. So that's the good news. So we go, okay, I'm going to have to replace $72,000 to $80,000. That's our reality. All right. Now, we walk through my 7 stages. So you're clear on what you want to do. Okay. Real quickly, how much is it going to cost you? We talk about get qualified next. That's stage 2. Get clear is stage 1. You're clear. Stage 2 is get qualified. How long and how much money is it going to cost you? How long is it going to take? How much money is it going to take to get done with this certification? You're already in it. Now you're a certified yoga instructor. How much more money and how much more time?
I would say probably $4,500 more so I can take the next certificate. But it's honestly probably not necessary right now. I've already committed to this. It's been like $2,000. And after I'm done with that, I will have the opportunity to teach in the studio I'm training at.
Boom. So not much time, not much money left.
Yeah.
We're practically
December.
Okay, great. So here's the deal. So now that becomes a side hustle. You've already got a really good paying job. You're making really good money. Now you start yoga instructing every second that you can within reason. Of course, you've got family, you've got other commitments, but we're doing this as much as we can. 2 reasons. Number 1, you want to get that experience. Number 2, it's extra money, which we're going to use right now. Now, part of get qualified is if I want to be a counselor or go into psychology and become a counselor and do therapy, one thing I want you to do is clarify and verify. So you're going to go start hanging out with some of these people. You've got plenty of people that you're connected to in Wilmington, Delaware, who know somebody who's a professional therapist. True or false?
True.
True. So you're going to get coffee with them or a Zoom call if they're scared to have coffee in Wilmington, Delaware, or whatever. You're going to have lunch, whatever. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to ask them everything about what they do, the good, the bad, the ugly. And it's almost like doing a college term paper on what a day in the life is, a week in the life is. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And in doing that, you're going to clarify everything involved in that work. And then you're going to verify that, yes, you do want to do that, or no, you don't. You still tracking with me?
Yes.
This is super simple, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And your heart's going to probably verify that you, in fact, want to do that. So now we go, what's it going to cost? And based on my financial reality, because I don't want you to go into debt, that degree is expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So how do we cash flow that? We cash flow it by you keep busting it with that commission-based job. You're busting it because you got a big goal. It's not your dream job, but it's a great day job. And the day job you're in right now is going to fund the dream job if, in fact, you decide to go into counseling and therapy. So you got to go get qualified. There's the schooling. There's the licensing. That's got a cost to it. You write that number down. And you don't go for the big brand name, sexy name. Nobody cares where you got your degree from. Just go get it. Get what you need to do and do it. Okay? And so the yoga and the day job are going to keep you going because the yoga is a passion play. And so that's extra money as well. And the idea here is we save up the money, we cash flow your way through it, you do it online or whatever you got to do, and you get through this, and you're going to get through it, and then you move into it. And I still think when you're a licensed therapist, if that's the direction you choose, I still think that yoga component is a part of what you do. I think it could really benefit. I think it could be a wonderful left-right punch in making you a better person. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. I think they kind of go hand in hand.
I think so too. So I hit you with a lot of information, but I wanted to show you what the path looks like. Do you understand it? Do you see it? Do you see that it's possible?
I do. Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
One other thing. So for my day job, I actually have the opportunity to have a conversation with a different company. It's in a different career field, and I'm unsure if I should I think I'm going to have a conversation with them. I guess I'm just kind of like nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Talk with them.
Have a conversation. You're not going to commit. But what happens if they're another day job, which it is, and they offer you even more money? And what does that do? That fast forwards the whole plan we just talked about, yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
Come on. Put yourself out there.
I haven't updated my resume in like 3 years, and it's been like a daunting thing.
Nope.
Like I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, oh my God.
No. Go to kencoleman.com as soon as I put you on hold. And I want you to download our free resume guide. I'm going to walk you through and give you a free template with that. Then you can get for $9.99, $10, you can get 6 of our other templates. We got a world-class template that makes your resume look way better than everybody else's. It's all about relationships. The guide will explain it, but I'm going to take all the stress out of that too. How about that?
Okay, awesome.
All right, Brandi, you're awesome.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you.
You're awesome. Thank you so much for your time
You
and
bet.
just helping me realize that my doubts are just trying to get in the way.
Trying to tell you that you don't have what it takes. Nathan, let's remind people what's over my shoulder. It's just to my right. Let's zoom in on the bookshelf. And this is how I close every show. Do you see that right there, that sign? You matter. You have what it takes. Press on. Everybody needs to hear that. And Brandi, you matter. When you begin to get overcome with doubt, Brandi, and the rest of you watching, the reason I say retreat to clarity is because Brandi's going to face some doubt and fear in the days and months and years ahead. She is. Before she becomes a licensed therapist and counselor. And what she's got to do is she's got to remember why she's doing it. Why do I want to sit in front of hurting people and help them? That's the question. You know the answer, but you got to remind yourself. And when we remind ourselves of our why, there's no stopping us. There's just no stopping a man or woman who's clear on what they were created to do. There's no stopping them. You can delay them. Yeah, you can absolutely delay them. You can punish them. You can do all the things. But you will not stop a woman or a man who knows their purpose and they know why they're doing and why they want to do what it is they want to do. There's no stopping you. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. 844-747-2577. Let's go to Teddy in Baxter, Minnesota. Teddy, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. First off, thank you so much. I've been listening to your podcast now for months, and it's really inspired me to kind of take that leap of faith. And now I'm just kind of like, what do I do next?
Yes.
So I took your career.
I'm so happy.
I took your career assessment.
Okay.
And I have been so stressed out with my job that I've been doing for 3 years now. Yeah. And after taking your Get Clear assessment, I feel like I've actually been able to breathe. And now I'm like just antsy because I need to know what to do next.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, great. So did you now in this assessment for people that are watching, this is where we give you a report on what you do best, your talent, work you love to do, passion, and then results that matter to you, mission. And we show you not only your top 3 in talent and passion and your primary missional result that drives your work. We also show you where you score on the rest of the list. All right? So there's 12 universal talents in this assessment. There's 15 universal passions type of work, and then there's 6 missional drivers. And so we show. So she's got that information. So she's like, okay, now I'm itching. And so I'm curious because we do show you some possible just things to consider, professional possibilities, but we don't limit it to that. When you got your report, what did you begin to think about? What direction do you start to see yourself going based on your purpose statement?
Well, I was really surprised because currently I'm a teacher, and all throughout I have always gone on my career assessment, education. And this is the first time that I hadn't gotten that. And so it kind of excited me because I was like, okay, my feelings of doubt were kind of validated in that moment. So when I looked at my results, I was actually drawn to marketing, entrepreneurship. I'm trying to think of my other ones, but those were probably my biggest two.
Okay. Good. So let's look at your results.
I had never considered marketing.
Okay, great. So let's look at your assessment results and see if there's a connection, because that's why I built this tool, for your purpose statement to become this filter, also for it to be a compass. It has two roles. Compass in that it takes us in a direction, points a direction out to us. But then it's a filter, because now you go, this is my sweet spot. When I read this purpose statement, I know that that this is my sweet spot. And anything in this general area is on purpose. So I want you to read your purpose statement to me.
All right. So I was created to use my talents of execution, communication, organization to perform my passions of promoting, creating, making, to accomplish my mission of creation by producing new things and ideas.
Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps all over me.
I love it. I do too. Every time I read it, I just get so excited.
Well, that's why I did it. Joe.
Thank you.
Hey, Joe, I can take the rest of the day off. That's how excited I am right now. All right, so now here's the key. So now we dive into those passions, promoting, creating, making. And you said marketing and entrepreneurship would jump it out at you. Yeah. I'll just let you tell me, Teddy, does your purpose statement confirm those ideas?
Yeah.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Like, it's not even close. So here's what's interesting. The creating and making together gave me goosebumps.
Yep.
And I'm gonna let you reveal why. I already know why, but I'm not going to tell the audience, and I'm not going to fill your mouth. I'm going to let you tell us why. Because I want you to tell me, if you were going to be an entrepreneur today, like, we're not committing to this, you and I are just dreaming. Yep. And you were going to take all that passion for creating, the imagination, and creating something totally new, but the making is very tactical, right? With the hands and kind of diving in and stuff. What would you make today, Teddy, if you just knew it was going to sell $1 trillion? What would you do?
I have a passion for, wedding venues. And like, I have told my husband time in and time out that I want to buy a ton of land, make a wedding venue there. I love to plan and to decorate too. So it's like, I kind of want that to be the end all goal, is to own a venue. But I also love, like farming, and I refinish furniture and I create furniture. And so it's like, I would love to have that kind of be on the side as well. So
that's why I have goosebumps. And that's why I didn't say it, because I knew there was going to be a physical manifestation of your creativity. I just knew it. And I got to tell you something. All right. When I hear that your top 3 passions were promoting, creating, and making, and then you tell me you want to buy land, you've told your husband you want to then create a wedding venue on that, and then, I mess around on the side and refinish furniture and build cabinets and all that other stuff, I go, oh my word, you're going to do all that on that land.
I know, but I'm so excited.
So here's the deal. The promoting comes in that you are going to market your own business, your own wedding venue. And you're going to love telling everybody in the Baxter, Minnesota area and surrounding counties about your unique land and wedding venue. And then you're going to get all excited about creating a website or a page on some app somewhere and showcase all of this handmade stuff you make or all this furniture you restore, and you're going to have almost as much juice promoting it as you do making it.
Yeah. So where I'm really getting stuck, Ken, and this is where I'm like, what do I do next? Because my current job, I just have no passion in, you know, and I'm trying my hardest and I just can't get it.
Okay, I got it. But we had to get the mountaintop first. Okay, so here's how we get there.
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you make in your current day job? We're going to fly through this because I can't believe how easy this is going to be. You ready? How much do you make in your current job?
$40,000.
Okay, $40,000. Your double income. Do you have any kids?
Nope.
Okay, what's your combined income, you and Hubs?
Combined income is about 80 because he makes 40 as well. So
Okay, great.
80,000.
Okay, great. So you don't love your day job right now, but you need your day job, not just because we want to take care of the basics and the bills, but this day job or another day job, hint, hint, that makes you even more money, allows you to pay off any debt if you guys have any, because you're going to need to make this dream a reality faster and better, by the way. And if you don't have any debt, we're just stocking money away because we got to go buy some dirt first.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to buy some dirt. You don't have to buy that completely outright. We're okay with a mortgage if we're going to live on this land and build on this land and do business on this land. So we got to go buy some dirt. And that's where this dream is going to take place. Then we're going to have to cash flow because we're not going to tell you to, take out a huge loan to build a venue. So if you can live on the top of this venue and you guys can build a wedding barn and a little suite up top, and we can call that our living. And so the dirt and the building is our basic living space as well, but we also work there. Now we're doing that really the smart way financially. So what's it going to cost for us to put down 20%, right? And ideally have a 15-year mortgage so that we're going to own this thing outright while we're still young and this business is popping. And then we're going to be multi-millionaires. So you want to know how to do it? It's that simple. Yeah. You're going to have to stick with the day job for a while. I think you and the Hubs, if we're both locked in arms on this and we're both fired up about it, he needs to be looking to make more money too, because the more money he makes, the quicker he leaves his day job and he's out on the farm with you, running the business with you. So that's the quick version. Don't overcomplicate this. Okay. You see how you get there now?
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. That's kind of the route that I was hoping for. The part that I'm getting stuck on is just like the new day job and finding what to do until we can get to the dream job of owning the venue.
Simple. Anything that you're talented at. So right now, I'm not interested in a sweet spot. If you can find a day job that's in your sweet spot, great. But you don't have to feel that pressure of I'm totally on purpose in my sweet spot. It's a day job. I was in a day job selling sponsorships to live events. That ain't my sweet spot. Yeah. But I was talented at it. Yeah. And so I'm okay with talent only on a day job. Yeah. You got it?
Got it.
Teddy, I want you to call me one day in the future on the show, and I want some pictures. I want the whole 9 yards, okay? Because this is an awesome dream. And I'm so grateful you took the assessment. I'm so glad you took the assessment.
Thank
you are ultimately the best testimony. I'm going to put you on hold, and Amanda will ask her off the air so it doesn't feel pressure. I would love for her to write a personal endorsement or recommendation of the assessment if she's comfortable. But see how I did that, folks? I'm not going to make her do that. I'm not going to put her on the spot. But if she's comfortable doing that, because let me tell you something. That right there, that's why we do that. That's why the Get Clear assessment, by the way, you can get it at kencoleman.com. It's $30. It'd be the best $30 you ever spent. But since I'm on this, you can get it for $10 by buying the new book. Nathan, throw that up there. From Paycheck to Purpose. In a bundle, you get the bundle for $30. You get the assessment plus the book, plus the ebook, plus the audio book, plus over $100 worth of other stuff. Okay, kencoleman.com. And why the assessment in the book? The assessment is the tool in stage 1, Get Clear. Now, we write about it in the book, and we give you the exercises to be able to do it manually. But the assessment takes all the pressure off, and we ask you the questions, we dig in, and all you got to do is just reveal. So it's a wonderful, wonderful product and tool to give you clarity. And you just heard Teddy talk about it. And you saw how we took the purpose statement and we began to look for the specifics on the direction forward. So there you go. All right. Quick break. When we come back, we got some funny word fails. We got to dive into the news a little bit for you. Don't move. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
We were drawn to Christian healthcare ministries because we both had young families and we wanted to have more children. And we had also just started a real estate company and needed to find healthcare coverage that would meet our needs.
We were attracted to CHM because of its low monthly costs and the ability to negotiate medical costs down.
Established in 1981 and accredited by the Better Business Bureau, CHM is here to meet the needs of your growing family or small business. Check us out at chministries.org.
We absolutely believe in it.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show. A lot of you watch the show because you want to get fired up and you want to get that confidence to kind of move out there. And one of the things that will make you more confident is the tool known as ZipRecruiter, the number one hiring site in America. Their candidates are 3 times as likely to get hired. The reason is they got all these companies that are advertising positions, and they're paying ZipRecruiter to bring them talent. So you are getting the prowess of a world-class recruiter by simply going to ZipRecruiter.com/Ken, and it's free, by the way. You fill out a profile. They begin pitching you, matching you up. Your profile, your resume, what you're looking for, they match it up to jobs that are available. Then they give you updates along the way. Anytime your profile gets looked at, liked, or they request a company will request your contact info, you get an update. And ZipRecruiter allows the company to reach out to you directly. It's so clean. It's so easy. So unbelievably valuable. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. Check it out. All right. We love to keep you folks informed. Very interesting topic today. We'll talk about it right now because it's in the news. All right. Here is the headline. Half of unvaccinated workers say they'd rather quit than get a shot. But real world data suggests that few are following through on that. So the data is a little bit of a disconnect. Some people are saying it, but are they doing it? Let's dive into this. There is an example here in Houston Methodist Hospital. They required 25,000 workers to get a vaccine by June 7th. Before the mandate, about 15% of its employees were unvaccinated. By mid-June, that percentage had dropped to 3% and hit 2% by late July. A total of 153 workers were fired or resigned, while another 285 were granted medical or religious exemptions, and then 332 were allowed to defer it. So here is a survey now. So there's some reality of kind of, okay, it was kind of mandated, and then you saw how most people jumped into compliance there. There was a nationwide survey in June funded by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. And 16% of employed respondents said they would quit and start looking for other employment if both their employer instituted, if their employer instituted a mandate. So 16% of respondents said, I'll quit or I'll start looking. Among those who said they were vaccine hesitant, almost a quarter of respondents, they found that 48% of those would quit or look for another job. Other polls have shown similar results. A Kaiser Family Foundation survey put the share of workers who would quit at 50%. Separately, in this survey, they found that 63% of all workers said a vaccine mandate would make them feel safer. So, obviously, there is a range there. But let's look at Delta Airlines. They did not mandate a shot. But in August, it did subject unvaccinated workers to a $200 per month health insurance surcharge. And what happened? Only 2% of the employees have quit. At Indiana University Health, 125 workers who quit are out of 35,800 total employees. So what this article is suggesting is that up to half, and this is from this Robert Wood Johnson poll, half of unvaccinated workers say they'd rather quit than get a shot. But they are in this article pulling out examples where that is not, in fact, the case. And I do think it's very interesting because you can say that on principle, but there is coming a moment where you will have to choose. And it's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out. And so I'm sharing this article because this is real. We've already taken calls. We're taking calls for people saying, Ken, what do I do if I don't want to do it? And I'm not getting into the health side of this. I'm not going to give an opinion on this because I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a healthcare worker, so my opinion doesn't matter. I've been attacked for that, by the way, and I don't care because I'm not going to get into this. What I'm saying is whether it's a vaccine mandate or a company is going a different direction and you don't like the values of it or there's an unethical situation, it really doesn't matter. If you feel like you must leave, if let's say you have a difficult boss, all right, this isn't a political issue. You just got a jerk boss or you got some jerk coworkers and you don't feel like you want to work in this place anymore. It doesn't matter why you want to leave. At the end of the day, if you feel you want to leave and you feel you must leave, then leave. But leave with a plan. And at this point, no matter what your position is on a vaccine mandate, this is no longer breaking news or a shock to you. So don't wait until the moment where the employer says, do it or you're gone. If you know it's coming, make a plan, whatever way you're going to go. And that's my advice. Because to me, it doesn't matter whether it's the vaccine mandate or something else. If you know it's time, then go ahead and accept it and make a plan. Don't get shocked by it. I just don't suffer the excuse of, well, they forced me out. Well, okay. If you were in a company and the leaders told you that they were going to lay off 50% of the company 5 months from now, what would you do? I would hope that you would say, that could be me in 5 months. I don't want to be sitting there at my desk sweating bullets 5 months from now. I got a backup plan or I'm out. Deuces. So same concept here. Let's not make this so complex. So that's my take on that. All right. On Fridays, we like to have some fun around here, and we like to, come up with real-world examples of some work fails, some funny, snarky stuff. So it's time for Friday Work Fails, Joe. I love that noise. All right, we got some visuals with this today. So people are getting really, really creative, it turns out, with inter-office communication. No longer is an email enough. People are putting some creative juice into this. And quite frankly, I told Alex, the producer, I really like some of the snark we're going to see today. So here we go. Here's the first one. We're going to show you this. The memo reads, please throw your food out in the hallway trash. I think we would all appreciate the newsroom not smelling like day-old ketchup all the time. Sincerely, your passive-aggressive coworker. You know what? They took the time to spell sorry out in ketchup. This is the best part of this sign. I mean, and see, to me, Alex, and Joe and Amanda and Nathan, I like this move. I don't know if you guys are okay with this passive aggressiveness. I'm okay with this, and I'll tell you why. I think spelling sorry out with the actual ketchup takes it from being truly nasty, tension-filled passive aggressiveness to it's truly creative, and they want us to get a little bit of a laugh out of it. It's kind of the elbow, like, you know what I mean? It's a good-natured jab, if I could say. And so I like it. So I think if you're going to be passive-aggressive, be entertaining. And I think we all like some entertaining passive aggressiveness. After all, this is what stand-up comics do. So love that. By the way, day-old ketchup. Ugh. I don't like the smell of that. All right, here's the next one. Nathan's going to put it up there. Printer's name, Bob Marley. Reason? It's always jamming. Now, this is Joe Hankin. All right? If Joe, and Joe, by the way, is not the author of this. I don't want to confuse the audience. But, Joe, if you were going to do this, you would do that. That is straight out of your comedy playbook.
That's my humor there.
You love that. That makes you happy, doesn't it?
It does.
Printer's name, Bob Marley. Reason? It's always jamming. I mean, dude, you're jealous you didn't come up with that. Right now.
I am.
Yeah, that's awesome. Love that. And by the way, one little note. When we have fun with this right here, because these two are not work fails. I'm saying that these are actually nice little culture contributions. I think putting that on the printer is fantastic. Again, we're making some fun at it, but if a leader sees that, the leader goes, oh, geez. The printer's so bad, we're calling it Bob Marley. See what I mean? I think that's positive. I don't think that's a work fail. Okay, next, memo. Please do not tap on the glass. Programmers are easily scared and will start to cry violently. Police enter slowly while singing Ave Maria to avoid an incident. Okay, now, the others have been like where others have failed, and so whoever did this is kind of their shining light on a work fail. The day-old catch-up, the failing printer. I'm going to call this one a legit work fail here because somebody is really mad at programmers. Somebody got called out by a programmer. Do we all agree on this in the control room? What's going behind this?
Yes.
Amanda? I feel like I think this person got scolded by a programmer and they thought, okay.
Well, I think that because I'm married to a software engineer,
yeah,
I definitely understand this.
Yeah.
Because if you interrupt them in the middle of them trying to put out a certain line of code, I mean, if they put in something small, changes everything.
Yeah. So okay, that's great context, Amanda. So it's not like they're trying to be grumpy.
No.
It's kind of like you don't want to mess with the air traffic controller while he's guiding a plane down. You don't want to go, hey, did you get the line on the game Monday night? Like, dude, I got 400 people in the air. It's that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay, I get that. I got a lot more grace and love for programmers now. Okay, next one. This one says dishes, they don't do themselves. Again, somebody giving some great snark right here in the office workplace. Somebody's failing by not doing the dishes. I see what you did here today, Alex. These are great. This is great. And so they kind of created this frame here. They went and did some design here. And by the way, this has to be a designer who could do that in about 2 minutes, because that right there, Alex, would take me 2 hours and it still wouldn't look that good. They cut out the middle and they framed the dirty dish. And then they went ahead, and the ultimate passive-aggressive snark on this picture is they put the dish cleaning brush in the mug. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if someone could produce that, Joe, and laminate it, I would take that to my house and put that over all of the dishes for my kids. This is a wonderful tool for parents. Can I just tell you that? Okay, we're going to move along quickly here. Next one is, people know not to touch my mug. It's the one with the reindeers on it. And then the additional memo is the best. We can't help it. It's so beautiful. They responded to the snark. Somebody was like, don't touch my mug. Don't use it. It's mine. It's got reindeers on it. And they go, well, we're going to play this game too. Now, in this situation, everybody knows who that is. So they're having some good fun there. And then finally, this might be my favorite. Please keep the door closed. Thank you. And it's in Comic Sans, you'll notice, for you font lovers. And then the additional memo, please don't use Comic Sans. We are a Fortune 500 company, not a lemonade stand. Wow. A lot going on in that particular post. A lot of snark. Well done, Alex. Great stuff. Hope that gave you a little bit of a laugh here on this Friday. My time is almost up. Before I let you go, remember this. You matter and you do have what it takes. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.